Did you call Jed right now? Yeah.
And it goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail.
So Jake Paul just dropped a bombshell after getting arrested. Yeah, you heard that right. Jake found himself on the wrong side of the law again, just ahead of his highly anticipated fight with the one and only Mike Tyson on November 15th, 2024. This arrest has thrown a massive wrench in the works, and now the fight is in serious jeopardy. Fans who've been counting down the days for this epic showdown are freaking out. And Jake, he's in tears, literally. But wait, because Jake isn't just stopping at the arrest drama. He's dropping bombshells left and right. And you won't believe what the athlete just revealed this whole fiasco got. Jake second-guessing his entire boxing career, and he might be hanging up his gloves.
So sick of this shit, bro.
What's it? They said they have a warrant for Jake.
All right, so things have taken a wild turn for the problem child yet again. And this time, it might just cost him everything. Jake was just arrested for trespassing at a private boxing event where none other than the legendary Mike Tyson was present. That's right, Jake Bean. Jake decided to crash a super exclusive invitation-only event where Tyson was training. And let's just say things didn't exactly go according to plan. Word on the street is that Jake was desperate to catch a glimpse of the legend in action and stir up some drama by having an impromptu brawl with Tyson to build hype for their upcoming fight on November 15th. But instead of generating buzz, Jake's move totally backfired and hit him in the face like a slap. Here's how it went down. Jake showed up, uninvited, thinking it would be a genius PR move to get people talking. But security at the event wasn't having any of it. Jake allegedly snuck into the venue with a couple of his crew members ready to confront Tyson in a staged face-off moment for the cameras. You know, typical Jake Paul chaos. But the moment he was spotted by security, things escalated. According to witnesses, Jake was trying to poke the bear with trash talk, hoping to get an intense viral moment to hype up their fight. Tyson, being the composed legend he is, didn't fall for it. Instead, he kept his cool, and within minutes, security called the cops. The whole thing turned into a mess when the police arrived. Jake didn't go quietly. Apparently, there was a bit of a standoff where Jake tried to explain that this was all part of the pre-fight build-up and that he was just hyping the event, but the police weren't buying.
You wrong? Yeah. They don't have a warrant, they can't come in, but I'm just gonna go over here.
They showed up at Jake's mansion the very next day with a warrant and arrested him right there in front of everyone, charging him with trespassing and disorderly conduct. The whole thing was caught on camera, and let me tell you, it's going viral as we speak. Jake Paul in handcuffs being led away while shouting about how this was all part of the game. Yeah, not a great look. And here's where it gets even crazier. The entire fight world is chiming in on Jake's reckless behavior. Yeah, boxing pros and pundits are calling Jake out for being childish and reckless.
Jake Paul's made a massive mistake. This is another miscalculation. Mike Perry's a brawler, man. Mike Perry's gonna get in his face.
Double jab again from Alvarez. There's a big right hand from Perry. Alvarez is hurt.
Mike Perry is going to destroy Jake Paul. You heard it here first.
Pros are saying this isn't the way a professional boxer should act, especially when they're about to face a legend like Mike Tyson. Many are accusing Jake of trying too hard to stir controversy and stay relevant, and this latest stunt might have just crossed the line. Take the word from Eddie Hearn, one of the biggest promoters in the boxing world. He tweeted, Jake Paul wants to be taken seriously as a fighter, but then pulls stunts. Like, it's hard to respect that even Conor McGregor threw shade by posting a cryptic Instagram story with a caption that seemed aimed at Jake. Some people think chaos is the same as strategy. Ouch, fans too have been pretty divided, while Jake's hardcore supporters are sticking by his side. Many are saying this might be a sign that Jake's in over his head and isn't cut out for the real boxing world.
For literally like nothing. Like they're suing me for something I didn't do.
But here's where it gets even more insane. Jake Paul had a total meltdown on Instagram Live with his brother following his arrest, and let's just say things got emotional real quick in the live stream. Jake looked completely frustrated and defeated, and he dropped some major bombshells. He revealed that he's done with the fight world, constantly trying to cancel him, and get this, he hinted that he might be hanging up his gloves for good. Yep, you heard that, right? Jake Paul is seriously considering quitting boxing in his emote rant. Jake went off about how every move he makes gets overanalyzed and how he feels like the fight world is always out to get him. He said, "I couldn't do anything without someone trying to shut me down or blow it up into some huge scandal. It's like they don't want me here." And then he dropped the bombshell that's got fans freaking out. "I'm seriously thinking about walking away. I've made the money, I've had my fights, I don't need this anymore. Maybe it's time to hang up the gloves now?" This isn't the first time Jake Paul has found himself on the wrong side of the law. Jake's wild antics have gotten him into trouble more than we can count, and it seems like drama follows him wherever he goes.
Jake Paul's California mansion has been raided by the FBI. Multiple news organizations
Remember back in 2020 when he was caught up in the middle of a mall looting incident in Arizona during the George Floyd protest footage surfaced of Jake walking through the mall as it was being vandalized. And while he denied taking part in the looting, the damage to his reputation was already done. He was charged with criminal trespass and unlawful assembly, and the internet exploded, with backlash. But that's not all. In 2021, Jake was also hit with serious allegations from a TikTok star, which led to a massive media storm. While he strongly denied the claims, the controversy once again put Jake in a negative spotlight. And let's not forget his infamous party during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, where hundreds of people gathered at his mansion with zero social distancing, leading to even more backlash. The guy just can't seem to stay out of trouble despite all of this. Jake always manages to come back stronger, using the controversy to fuel his career and stir up more attention. But after this latest arrest, it seems like Jake might be getting tired of the constant legal issues and public scrutiny. Hear me out. Jake Paul has had one wild ride in the boxing world. It all started back in 2018 when Jake had his first amateur fight against fellow YouTuber Deji. Let's be real, no one knew what to expect from Jake back then. Most people thought it was just a fun online personality rivalry, but Jake surprised everyone by not only winning the fight, but doing it in dominant fashion. That's when people first started to realize that this YouTuber was serious about boxing. Fast forward to 20 House 20. And Jake made his pro debut against former NBA star Nate Robinson. Now this is the fight that put Jake on the map as a legit fighter. When Jake knocked Nate out cold, it went viral and people couldn't stop talking about it. Memes were everywhere. And suddenly Jake Paul wasn't just a YouTuber playing boxer. He was a force to be reckoned with, and from that point on, Jake took his boxing career seriously, going on to fight big names like former UFC champion Tyron Woodley, whom he knocked out in their rematch, and even Ben Askren, who was another huge scalp for Jake in the ring. But let's talk about Tommy Fury. This was the fight everyone had been waiting for. Tommy, a professional boxer with an undefeated record, was seen as Jake's first real boxing challenge. The fight finally went down in February 2023, and although Jake put up a tough fight, he ended up losing to Fury by a split decision. But even though Jake didn't get the win, the fact that he went toe-to-toe with a professional boxer like Tommy showed the world that Jake wasn't just a hype machine, he had legit skills. This fight was supposed to be Jake's wake-up call, and he promised his fans that he would come back stronger. And that's where all the hype around the upcoming fight with Mike Tyson comes in. This fight was supposed to be the one that cemented Jake Paul's status as a real contender in the boxing world, facing off against a legend like Mike Tyson. It's every boxer's dream, and Jake's chance to prove that he belonged in the big leagues. The buildup was massive, fans were buzzing, and everyone was dying to see if Jake could hang with one of the greatest boxers of all time.
The ultimate disruptor, taking on the baddest man on the planet.
But now it looks like everything's gone south with this latest arrest. All the momentum Jake had built up for the fight has come to a screeching halt. The fight world is in shock, and the possibility of Jake's showdown with Tyson being canceled feels more real than ever. This whole fiasco has taken a toll on Jake, and it's obvious that the constant legal drama and backlash are starting to wear him down. In his recent Instagram rant, Jake made it clear that he's sick of dealing with the politics and legalities that come with being in the boxing world. It's crazy to think about, but after everything he's been through, it sounds like Jake just doesn't have the energy to deal with the drama anymore. He's made his money, had his big fights, and now he might be ready to step out of the ring for good. So there you go. Fight world. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul dropping bombshells after he got arrested? Fill in the comments section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.